Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for joining me this evening for the Nurturing Conversation podcast. I would like to take a moment and thank the channel members, which are Journey with Kiki, Kimberly Davis, Happy 1178, and Lovely Samira. Thank you for your love and support, and I hope that you are enjoying your channel member benefits. Up next, we have the disclaimer, and we'll jump right into the conversation. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome back. If you are a returning supporter, I'm here to give you the disclaimers for this here live. Listen, I do not tolerate disrespect. That's in any way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it's towards me, towards anyone that appears on the screen, towards anyone that appears in the chat. If you have not decided to be a better person, most people will tell you to leave, but I'm going to tell you to stick around because maybe something that is said today will encourage you to do so. Now, I am not a mental health professional. I am just one woman willing to share my personal experiences to let you know two things. One, you are not alone, regardless of how much you feel like you are alone, how many times you have felt that, you are not alone. And number two, you can overcome anything that life throws at you. There will be curse words, there will possibly be tears, but knowing me, it probably will be. And my opinions are my opinions. Your opinions are your opinions. We are here to have a nurturing conversations in regards to our opinions so that we will have a better understanding of each other. That's all I got for right now. I hope that you enjoy this nurturing conversation. Let's get to it. Wait. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button that helps me say suggested on YouTube. Make sure that you type in the chat, also leave a comment, and share it with your friends. That's all I got. Let's get into this conversation. I love you. Peace. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome back. If you are a returning supporter, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. That helps me to stay suggested in the YouTube algorithm. Today is going to be a short one, mainly because I have to get out. It's the sun is shining, and I have to get outside for me, for my instructional health. That's hilarious. No, I just want to go and chill outside. This week is going to be a really uh, there's a lot of decisions that I have to make this week. I have meetings this week. I'm speaking on a panel in a couple of weeks, so I have that. I have my business is in transition. I have so many decisions, so many things I have to make. And for me, I need to be surrounded by nature or water. And I've found the perfect spot. I found the perfect spot. And so I'm going to go and chill there for today. I chilled there yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And so then when I get ready to make these decisions that I have to make, you kind of already have the decision made in your mind, but you just want to like be for sure. You want to be grounded and plan it. Today's conversation is surrounding don't be sorry, be better. Don't be sorry, be better. You ever had an experience in your life where you was just like, man, I totally failed? Hello, welcome to the TNT Family Show. How are you? Thank you for being here. A lot of these conversations come from my personal experiences. That's why I say that in a disclaimer. Um, I the last 5 months, it's about to be the 6 months, but the last 5 months, I've been really doing some deep. I'm on a journey. I should start there. I'm on a journey of healing and self discovery. And what that means is I am looking on the inside. Usually things happen and we like pointing. I'm not pointing directly at y'all, but I'm saying, you point your finger at everybody else and why it's happening. And this is happening because of this. And if I had this, it would be different. Well, I took some time to sit down and think about myself and why I am sitting in the place that I am sitting. And the conclusion that I've come to was I wasn't doing the best that I could. You try something and you be like, I did the best that I could, but you knew in the back of your head that you could do better. So I said 2023, I'm going to hold myself accountable. Like I have hopes, dreams, and aspirations. Wait, you can't hear me? Hold on, hold on. I figured out why you can't hear me. I don't know what's going on with my settings. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. Can y'all let me know if y'all can hear me now? You should be able to. Because my mic is loud. Everything is good on my end. I'm seeing green go all the way across. You should be able to hear me. Actually, you know what I could do? Can y'all let me know if y'all can hear me now? Okay, y'all can hear me. I got a monitor in front of me. Sorry. Um, so thank you for letting me know you can hear me. So, in saying that, I'm going to hold myself accountable. So, like, to, I want to be more fervent when it comes to my business. I don't want to do like half. I want to be able to like, I don't know what happened to me, but when I crossed over to 2023, the word legacy has been like in my head, it's been in my heart, it's just been ringing around me as legacy, right? And so if you take the moment, like take a moment right now and think, if something was to happen to you today, what would people remember you for? Like why would people even think about you? And when I think about that, and I was like, you know what? You for a brief moment I was like, oh man, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. And then I said to myself, no, I'm not gonna coulda, shoulda, woulda. I'm going to do. I'm going to do. I wanted to bring back my concert series, and I was like, "Oh, I don't have help." You know, you when you have to make those tough decisions, it's always not you. I got to speak for me. For me, when it's time to make those tough decisions, it's like my brain does this thing where it's like, you can't do it. Why do you have to do it? Why do you have to step out of your comfort zone and do it? Like, you know, you're afraid to do that. Like, my brain does that. And for me, I have to say, shh, shh, shh. And then I have to tell myself, like, no, it wouldn't have popped in my head or my heart if it wasn't meant for me to do. I personally feel like everything that I need to be successful, I already have. I just have to get out of my own way. And so when I said I need to do more, I looked back at since 2020. Yes, we've been in a global pandemic, but I said to myself, can't continue to feel sorry for myself. I can't continue to be like, oh, next time this opportunity come, I'm gonna do it, and then the next time it come, I'm looking at it. It's like, yeah, I know I could do it, but I'm gonna miss the deadline because I'm procrastinating, or I'm just not gonna apply because it's like, why didn't you apply? Oh, I always got an excuse. I'm not gonna be sorry. I'm going to be better. I'm not going to keep feeling sorry for myself. I did that for the longest majority of my life. I survived a global pandemic. And I'm saying this to you. You survived a global pandemic. You got something on your heart and your mind that you want to do. Start a YouTube channel, start a business, start a podcast, any one of those things, right? Don't wait till you got the equipment. Don't wait till you got, oh, I need lights. Listen, I be saying this all the time, right? I used to say those same things, right? And that was just me giving myself an excuse. You don't need cameras. You don't need lights. I got a lamp right here. I got a lamp right here. And I got a phone that I'm using for a camera, right? I said a monitor. I got one of my old phones that don't really work. I'm using that as a monitor. Use what you got until you can get what you want. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. You survived a global pandemic that still exists right now for 3 years. Your whole reason for being here, there's a purpose for your life. I don't know what that purpose is. I'm not here to tell you that, but I guarantee you while I'm talking to you right now, you have something in your mind, in your heart that you keep saying, I'm going to do. I'm gonna start this YouTube channel. I'm gonna write this book. I'm gonna create this job. It's a, I'm a. 2023, you're not standing in 2023 and looking back and remembering when we couldn't go outside, you couldn't go to work, people were being born, people were passing away, we couldn't even be there, we couldn't go to funerals, backyard barbecues, none of that. Now we could go outside and hang out. I got a special one, right? if you are a parent and you are you have adult children, or maybe you have teenage children, don't be sorry. Be better. Maybe you have more than one child. Maybe your first child, you're like, you know what? I totally messed up. I did not know what I was doing. You were the first one. Don't be sorry. Be better. If you weren't a good parent to the first child, be better to your grandkids. Be better to your kids. Figure it out. I know parents always say, well, it don't come with a rule book. Right. That's when I want to say, if you are a parent and you have kids, if you have multiple kids, if you have grown kids, we all know that parents be having a favorite child. You probably watching this and you're a parent with a favorite child. We all know. We all know. I'm a child. I already know. My mother will swear up and down every day she don't have a favorite child. But we all know. We all know who her favorite children are. She got two of them, but we all know. She got four kids, but two of them are her favorite. She would go to the ends of the earth and beyond for those two. I mean, she would go for all of us, but those two especially. So I'm going to say this. If you are a parent, don't be sorry. Be better. If you felt like you wanted to give them more, if you felt like you wanted to love them, if you are a parent and you haven't hugged your child, if you felt like, well, they independent, they got it, I want to tell you, they survived a global pandemic too. That your kids, they did too. And I know you probably like, well, if I managed, if I maintained, if I was able to do, their kids. I want to talk about the topic of touch starvation in June, where I feel like because of the pandemic, a lot of people haven't had the human touch. Like, we pass each other every day and we touch each other, but the reality of it is we haven't had people to be intimate, not in that kind of intimacy, but like show us love, to give us a hug, to say, hey, I missed you, I love you, what's going on with you? We haven't had people to do that. Number one, because a lot of people really we don't care about other people until they pass away. And then it's like, oh my God, what happened? I didn't know. And they've been telling us, don't be sorry. Be better. If you know that your friend, cousin, auntie, uncle, brother, sister, daddy, your child is struggling, we know. You know when somebody is struggling. If you know that they're struggling, I know a lot of times we adults be like, that's not my responsibility. They should do this. But sometimes all it takes is for people to have somebody there to listen to them, to hug them, to reassure them like, hey, everything is going to be okay. I said to myself, it's like, I do so much. And I said to myself, it's time for you to start thinking about you. I can't say I'm not where I want to be because people didn't give me the opportunity. You have the opportunities that you create. This is what I had to realize about myself. I used to tell people like, one day, way before this even happened, I said, one day I'm going to score a documentary. One day somebody going to come and be like, hey, I want you to produce the music, vocal record. I want you to mix and master, and I want you to help me to release my album. Excuse me, y'all. And I said, one day I'll be able to do that. And then, life gets in the way. Things start happening, breakups, all kinds of stuff. And it's like you got to put everything on the table and just scoot back from the table. And it's like, let me figure out my life. Let me figure it out. Let me figure out what I want to do. And then in doing so, it was like, I got to take care of me. I can't help you if I'm not okay. Parents, you can't help your kids if you're not okay. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry they get older and then they don't want to talk to you, or they setting boundaries and now you're like, but I did the best. And you have to take that moment to say, did I really do the best that I could? Or did I just do what I knew? I started to think about, even when it comes to like things that I wanted to do, a lot of the things, like I was just telling someone, I be pitching my business, right? And so I'm like the nonchalant, like I don't want to like ruffle people's feathers, or I just like go with the flow. People that just go with the flow because they don't like conflict. I ain't saying I don't like conflict but I'm saying I used to go with the flow. And then I crossed into 2023 and it's like, You ever have a net or a fly or something, like you got really good hearing, and it goes past you? It's probably not even right here by your ear, but it goes past you and it just irritates you. And so I be talking to different people and I'm pitching my business and I'm talking about my business. And then it just dawned on me. Like it literally sets on me. And it was just like, why am I talking to you? I know that you don't care about what I'm doing. I know that you only want to use me to get to the next level. Why am I wasting my time? I'm spinning my wheels talking to you. I literally said last week, I literally said last week, and I was like, I shall, you have to do better. You have to do better. I don't know about y'all, but I be talking to myself like that. We not gonna do those pity part. We don't do pity parties over here. Things happen. I accept it. I acknowledge it, and I align myself to where I want to go. Accept, acknowledge, align. Accept, acknowledge, align. It should be acknowledged. There we go. Acknowledge, accept, align. That's what I do. I acknowledge that these people do not care about the education of black people. I acknowledge that these people do not care about helping black people. And yes, I said it. I told you. I don't know what happened, but something of a switch flicked on to me, and I was just like, I don't even care. I do not care, and I don't. I spoke to y'all earlier about legacy, and my legacy will be helping music creatives understand the music business so that they can get a financial return on their musical investment, and spreading as much love, light, and positivity as I can. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to, if I make a mistake, most people are like, don't judge me, don't judge me. I don't give a flying fish on Friday at 5 o'clock if you do judge me. I don't even care. Because you know why? Let me tell you something that you can't change. You can't change people's opinion about you. People going to think what they want to think. We might think like, oh no, that's my guy, that's my girl. At the end of the day, if it came down to them or you, they will more than likely choose themselves. That's why the reality of it is we got to work on ourselves. Oh man, I would have did better if no. We got to just do better. Stop giving ourselves excuses as to why we can't be great, because greatness is in us. It is in us. You ever, when I was little, it was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said a pediatrician. What do I know about a pediatrician? But I wanted to be a pediatrician. And then I went to college and I was taking biology and anatomy and physiology. And I'm taking all of these different courses and I was like, I don't want to do this. It's fun, but I don't want to do this. I really want to do music and I really want to. And then I started taking music therapy and it was like, no, my thing is teaching, educating people. I literally said this to my mom. I said the very thing that I was fighting against, I was fighting so hard. If y'all knew how hard I was fighting against being a teacher, everybody from this way, my mom's a teacher, her mom was a teacher, her mom's mom, everybody 6 ways up is teachers. That's all. Teachers, entrepreneurs, and musicians. That's like my entire lineage, like everything, right? And I just woke up and was like, yeah, I'm not going to be no teacher. I had all the reasons in the world why I wasn't going to be a teacher. And then I turned 40 and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop running. If teaching is what I'm supposed to do, I'm just going to do it. And when I tell y'all, I've literally been it's been the greatest decision I made to stop running. Stop running. Maybe you're supposed to do a YouTube channel on how to do it yourself, how to write your own books, or how to whatever it is that you're supposed to do. Maybe you're a parent. Write that book about whatever it is. If you're a parent, I'm gonna tell you if you're a parent, parents, listen. If you want to do something that you can make passive income, start a podcast. Start a podcast with your child about how difficult it was doing virtual school. Start a podcast. If you are a beauty person, like you do makeup, Everybody is showing us how to do like what's it, Crayola palettes and all these different palettes, right? Somebody go to the Dollar Tree and show us, or Walgreens or Walmart, and show us how to put a look together, because not everybody got that kind of money. Not everybody got that kind of money. If you know how to go to the thrift store and upgrade, I don't know if that's upcycle, that's what it is. Upcycle clothes, show us that. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, I've been going to the Goodwill the last. I'm gonna tell you how everything now it has a lot to do with don't be sorry, be better. Cause I've been trying to figure out peaceful things to do. Because I usually just sit here and I'm reading, or I'm taking my mom out, and it's like I just want to be still and I want to be around nature. I want to hear the birds chirp. I want to see the bunnies go by. I want to see the squirrels. Have you ever thought, like, where do these animals be during the daytime? How do they eat? Like, where do they get their food from? I remember one day I was sitting by my brother's house, and there was a woodpecker. I saw a hummingbird. My my alias, one of my aliases, Midwsthumnbrd. And so when I saw the hummingbird, I real life started crying, because I said I had never in my life had been so busy. I had never in my life took the time to just stop and look at the birds. There was a hummingbird right in front of me, and I just saw it as a sign, like, I am on the right path. I done saw a cardinal. I don't know what the yellow birds are called, but I'm seeing all these different birds. I saw a bluebird. I'm seeing all these different birds, and I was like, I've never seen these birds. I mean, you see them in books, or you see them on like the Nature Channel, but I have never seen them with my own two eyes. And when I saw that, it was like, oh my God, I am like paying attention. I am present. I am slowing down. You'd be like, oh, I can't do this because I got to go. Nope, 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 nope. Last year I had a level 1 trauma surgery, right? And I say level 1 trauma because I didn't realize the significance, or how much of an urgency or how serious that was. I didn't realize that. I just thought, I had other sicknesses and I bounced right back, right? Me and my I don't know what you want to call it, but me and my I'm a bounce right back was like, yeah, I started working out. They said 6 to 8 months. I was trying to work out, and because that's what I was used to. I was used to working out. I was used to juicing. I was trying, and then I couldn't work out like I used to. I couldn't do the things that I couldn't juice. Like my taste, but everything is so different right now, y'all. And I started to feel bad. I started to feel bad. And when I started to feel bad, I noticed that I stopped, like, habits that I had where I was like being disciplined. It went out the window. And I noticed that. And I said to myself, no, 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 no. We work too hard to become disciplined. So we're going to have to pick that back up. We not, no pity parties over here. I do allow myself time to accept or acknowledge and accept, but I'm not going to stay there all day. I'll be telling my friends, it's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to stay there. Like, okay, you get cheated on. You you got cheated on. You see what role you play. Because I know, like, I was telling people, like, yeah, I know I had a really bad breakup, but I can't place all the blame on them. I got to take some of that too, because there were signs. You know, there is signs. Things do happen. And I was just so in love and just like, I can make this work, that I just overlooked things. I did. I'm being honest. I did. And that's because you be wanting people to just do. I literally told one of my friends, I said, if I could do life for you, or if I could just snap my Thanos snap and everything would be good for you, I would be snap. I would have snapped so long ago. I would have made sure that you were good. But I can't do that. And sometimes one of the hardest things is to set a boundary and not cross it. You love somebody, you always looking out for them, you always making sure they're good. It's so hard for you to set a boundary and not want to help them and not want to do for them. And then it's like, you ever had a moment where it was like something in you is saying, leave them alone, don't help, don't do nothing. I said, don't help them, don't do anything. And then you're watching them and it's like, but that's my friend. that's my younger sibling, that's my sibling, that's my mom. Like you feel like you have to. I learned real fast to get up out the way because some people put themselves in situations and it's not up to us to get them out of them. Not up to us. Not up to us. That's one thing I learned really fast. It is not up to us. Not up to us. I wanted to make sure that it was like if I made a decision, I want it to be based off a decision that I made. Anything that I get into in life, I want it to be made off a decision that I made with options. Not like I was forced to make it, but I wanted to have the option. And I'm weighing my options and say, okay, I made that decision. In 2023, I refuse to be sorry and I strive to be better. Oh, I'm been in the global pandemic for 3 years. I don't got a job. Create your own job. It's so much money out here, and I know you're probably hearing people say that, but it's really a lot of money out here for people to start businesses. There's a program here and where I live that they have. It's like they're doing the 3,000 business challenge, right? And you go sit in this is a workshop for like 8 hours, and they give you a business $1,000. You wouldn't go sit in that class for 8 hours for $1,000, and then it's going to you use it to help push your business further. I'm sure if my state has it, your state has it, a small business association. I'm sure they're all there. I went to the Goodwill these last couple of days. That's what I was telling you. I went to the Goodwill this last couple of days. And the Goodwill ain't like when I was growing up. You could go to the Goodwill, they got racks. We went to the Goodwill, they had these bins, right? And so I go in there and it fascinates me to watch these people shop, right? You ever see people who have like shoe stores or like resale shoe stores or whatever. So there in the Goodwill, you have people who have Amazon stores are in the Goodwill. So I'm watching them, right? So then they bring these big blue bins out, and people will stand by the bins, and they say when the last bin, so it's like two, four, six, it's 8 bins, right? So when they put the last bin in, y'all should see how fast these people take off for these bins. So yesterday I'm watching them. Before I watched them, I was like, man, what is going on? I'm trying to figure it out, right? Yesterday, I thought, let me ask them what is going on. This lady said, I sell books on Amazon. She had this little card reader thing on her phone, and she's scanning the books. She walked out. Books are $1. Okay, let me show you. Books are $1 at the Goodwill, right? She's scanning books. She walked out with a big old thing of books, like y'all can't see, but it was a big old thing, a book like this. She only paid maybe $15, but do you know how much money she's gonna turn over for those books? I said to myself, that is so genius. The books is only $1. Then you have the people that have shoe resale stores, right? And so they go to the Goodwill and find those vintage, those old school NBA jerseys or NBA shirts or sweatshirts or like Eminem shirts or all of the old school stuff that people, are cleaning out their basements or whatever. So they go there and they're like going through the bins and they come out with carts full of stuff and they weigh everything. I said, oh my God, I knew I needed to come to the Goodwill because I was saying, I really want to do something. I need to have another stream. I'm striving to have 7 streams of income, passive income, where I just don't really have to do too much to it, just set it and forget it. That's what I'm striving for. And I realize that the more I keep saying that I'm striving but not even doing anything towards it, wasn't nothing getting done. But the moment I put action behind my words, I stopped being sorry and started being better, that things started changing. Even with my business, things started changing, things started growing. More people wanted to help. Even with the concert series, I was like, I'm not an island. I try to do everything on my own because this is what I realized on the journey of healing and self-discovery is that I hated being disappointed. I hated rejection and I hated disappointment. As long as I'm a human being, I'm gonna be disappointed because I'm dealing with other human beings, and people thoughts are not my thoughts. They're the way they move is not the way I move. So I just had to come to understand. I said this before on the podcast. I said, um, Once we acknowledge and accept situations, it becomes easier. Not saying I gotta accept the fact that I got cheated on. Like, I mean, you're gonna have to accept that you got cheated on, but not like saying, oh, it's okay for me to be cheated on. No, you understand what happened. You understand the decisions that were being made. And then the next time, you'll be more upfront with your likes and dislikes. You'll be more upfront, like, hey, one of my friends posted a status and they were like, are you open to having a conversation with someone who cheated on you? And I was like, hell yeah. What? Why would you want to talk to them? I was like, because I would just want to know. It's, it's, it's me just wanting to know. Like, what led to that? It's not for me because I just want to know, like, how did it get to that point? Because in my mind, like, I be watching all these reality shows and I just be looking like one day you gonna look back on this and be like, man, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? Why didn't anybody around me, like, this is where I'm gonna take a moment and say how grateful I am for my community, right? This has been adventurous is what I'm gonna call it. This has been adventurous 3 years, right? Being on a journey of healing and self-discovery, working with my parents, losing one of my parents, almost dying multiple times in the last 3 years, cancer scares. Like, I've been through a lot in these last 3 years, and I'm gonna tell you, I cooked the other 2 weeks ago for the first time. I cooked for the first time in 3 years. No, I cooked for the first time in a year because I was cooking, but I didn't cook in 2022 because I had surgery. I couldn't really do anything. And so I said to myself while I was cooking, I was like, oh my God, I haven't cooked in a whole year. And y'all see, I got a little weight on me. I got a little weight on me. I've been eating good. When I tell y'all I've been eating good, I've been eating good. But I'm going to change all of that after tomorrow because I'm getting me some barbecue. But, but I just said to myself, it's a discipline. When I get disappointed or when I learned not to put so much into humans, because we have a tendency of letting people down, and sometimes we don't even try to. People don't try to do it on purpose. Sometimes they just don't have it in them to be good stewardess. Sometimes they're not raised in families that they're good stewardess. Sometimes they just haven't been told that they can put stuff down and you don't have to be, you know, sometimes people just aren't ready to be healed yet. Sometimes people don't recognize their circumstance until, it becomes a dire situation. The moral of today is don't be sorry, be better. Things ain't going the way you want them to. Sit down and evaluate. Sit down and acknowledge where you are in your life, the things you've been through, the things you overcome, the things you endure. Accept them. Maybe your parents treated you like shit and never even cared about you. Accept that. And then take that and be better. If you are a parent, be better than your parents were. I know when I was growing up, they was like, the student can't something a teacher. The student can't beat out the teacher or know more than the teacher. And I was like, yes, I can. If the teacher stopped at 10th grade and I done went and got a bachelor's degree, I know more than the teacher. I'm not out here like, oh yeah, I just know. No, I learn from everybody. I was talking to my niece earlier and I learned something from her and I was sharing with her what I learned from her and she was like, Titi, really? And I said, yeah. Because when you're an adult, you be so busy. You gotta pay bills, you gotta make sure you got gas in your car, you gotta make sure your lights, your rent, you just be so busy. You gotta hang out with your friends, just be busy. And then when you get older, when you get older, you realize that all the things that you were doing, you was just trying to keep the noise from being really loud. That's all you doing. I told someone, I actually told my little brother, I was like, when he was like in his teens, he started driving. He was like, yeah, I can't, man, I never get tired of driving. I was like, oh, just wait. Just wait. And then when I couldn't drive or couldn't do, last year, and he had to become the chauffeur, that dude said, I'm tired of driving. I never thought I'd see the day when I would be tired of driving. I said, oh, I told you. I was just telling my little brother, I got three brothers. Let me say that. I got three brothers, one twin and two littler ones than him. It's so weird when I talk about them. But he's my middle brother. And so I was telling him, like, 40 is the best ever. If you are so lucky to get to 40, you will see how important everything that you have done in your life is, and how a lot of the things you wish you could have. You'll have a wish you could have. I don't really have a wish I could have. I'm just grateful for the opportunities that I had. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for my mom sending me to a predominantly white school, and that's not to knock black schools. That's just for her providing me with the knowledge, the skill set, to the understanding of how to balance. I'm gonna tell you something I got really good at going to predominantly white schools is recognizing bullshit. Predominantly white schools taught me how to recognize bullshit. I could recognize that. I mean, the hood, growing up in the hood, taught me that too, but it taught me how to recognize it on a professional level. Because, a lot of these professional people just be looking professional. Y'all ever been to a networking? I said this. I said I go to a lot of networking events, and I can tell you what they have at all of the networking events. There's always going to be food, and there's always going to be liquor, like liquor. Like, wait a minute, how are we? How are we networking and drinking, and then we're supposed to go home? I don't drink or drive, but I noticed that that's a thing, and I start to pay attention. I'm not drinking with you. I, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that. I will go and have a good time and eat your food. Now that food do be good, but I go. So they had and I'm saying this: don't be sorry, be better. If you want to be better, you want to learn more, you want to do more. Listen, go on Eventbrite. Hold on, y'all. My brother must be cooking with some pepper. Ooh, ooh. It just like whoosh. Anyways, last week I went to they had a chat GPT. I've been listening to people talking. It was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna use chat GPT. Let me tell y'all what I did. So I went to a networking event. It was a chat GPT and AI. Right, they was gonna show you how to use chat GPT and AI. I went up in there. I'm sitting there. They was like, hi, what did you come here for? I was like, I'm trying to build out a platform, and I need, resources to figure it out, because, I don't got the money right now to be hiring people $100,000. I'm going to figure it out for myself. And then when I can't figure it out, I'll hire you. I went up in there. Then people showed me how to build my website with just, I'll be sharing it with y'all in June, some of the things that you could use to build your website, some of the prompts. They told me how to talk to chat GBT, so it'll talk back to me and tell me what I need to know. I said I would have never known none of this if I wouldn't have came to this. Would have never known. I would have still been looking at chat GPT like, I don't know about that. It's strange. So as soon as I learned it, guess what I did? I came back to my community and I was like, hey, this is what we need to do. We need to set up prompts for this. We need to get your landing page. We're going to use this. You need an app. We're going to build this. I've been out here orchestrating stuff. Whatever I learn, I'll be sharing with the people I know, because guess what? People ain't going to do. Guess what? People who don't look like me not going to do. They're not going to tell me that. They did because they didn't know I was coming. But they're not going to willingly tell me that. No, they won't willingly tell you. They're not going to give you a hand up. Think about it. Why would they give you a hand up? I be watching all these TikToks. I was like, man, one day I'm going to get into trucking. One day. Trucking, vending machines, cooking. Did y'all notice everybody a cook now? Everybody a chef? I'm going to tell you who needs to hop in. I'm going to tell you, if you're watching this, I'm going to tell you who needs to hop into the cooking thing. Vegans, vegetarians. Y'all definitely, if you are vegan and vegetarian, y'all definitely need to start doing more video content. And I'm saying this because it's going to pop off. If y'all ain't been paying attention, Auntie Tab has definitely been making waves, but she's opening a door for. Yeah, it's probably been people that has been vegan, but she's opening a door. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? She's opening the door. You said you want to start a cooking show. You better get on your get on YouTube, and Twitch, and get your cooking out. YouTube and Twitch. I'm trying to tell you, get your cooking out. If you do makeup, I'm telling you, do it yourselfers or like budgeting, whatever it is. Just do it on a budget. Because people are, I mean, we still are in a global pandemic and people are still trying to find their way. Like, people's like, girl, where you be at? I be in the house. I only go outside if I have a concert or a networking event, and I'm trying to do better. I'm doing better. Concert or network. Oh, if I take my mom to the Goodwill. Other than that, I be in the house. I don't be trying to be outside at all. But I'm doing better. I'm striving to do better. I'm not gonna be sorry. I'm not just gonna sit here and twiddle my fingers like, oh, woe is me. No, I'm gonna get up and figure it out. That's what I've been doing, figuring it out. I said, I said at the beginning of this year, I was like, hey, I want to work with a gospel artist. I want to work with them from start to finish and beyond. Like we will always have a relationship. And so someone dropped in my spirit. I sent them a message, and they was like, oh, it's a confirmation. And I was like, yes. I be real intention. I be real intentional with the things that I say, the places I go, the things that I do. And I want to come here and say, don't be sorry. Be better. Don't be sorry that you didn't start your YouTube 6 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 months ago, last week, today. Start it. You don't have to put a extravagant video on your page. Just start a put up a pick up your phone and say, hi, my name is insert word here, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome. I'm still figuring out what I'm gonna do on my YouTube channel, but y'all subscribe. Y'all can figure it out with me, because we like to go. I can't speak for everybody else. I like to go on a journey with people. You know why? Because that helps me to feel like I was a part of when you was getting it out the mud. So when you get it, like when Miss B Love went to 3 million, I remember like when she first started eating seafood boils and food, and she was cooking. I remember all of that. Now she got powdered sauce, she got hot sauce, she got hot seasoning in the jars coming, factories. Not even just her, like all of the other, like Trudy Lee, like all these different people are like growing. They using their YouTube platforms to grow. Like that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Like I said, I'm coming back to YouTube, but I don't want to just do the same old thing. But I realized I found my niche, and so I'm gonna work that. Cause like I said, if there's nobody in your lane, if everybody else is over there doing seafood boys, and this is no knock, if everybody over there doing seafood boys and mukbangs, what about the people that's juicing? What about the people that's eating vegetarian or vegan? Or what about the people that's working out all the time? That's all lanes. I was telling music artists this, right? I said, meditation and yoga. If you're a music artist, meditation and yoga. If you're listening to me, meditation and yoga, you should definitely hop into that, because those things are what's prevalent right now. I do meditation on my channel morning and night. It's definitely going to start it being more routinely morning and night. And in June, I'm introducing guided meditations. I'm definitely with it. I'm with all of it. I'm for making sure that my people know that they are loved, know that they can do better. I want you to do better. I want you to feel like, yeah, I could do this. I can make this YouTube channel. I want you to feel like that. That's all I got. I done coughed. I have pepper in my nose, and I'm not even in the kitchen cooking. But I don't want you to be sorry. I want you to be better. I want you to look back at 2020 and see how many things you have overcome. I could have said look back over your life, but I want you to look back as recently as 2020 with the global pandemic. And I want you to see how many obstacles you have overcome, how many things you have endured to be here right now. And I want you to stop feeling sorry for yourself and get up and be better. You want to start a YouTube channel? Like I said, pull your phone out. Hi, my name is Insert Word here. This is my YouTube channel. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do on this YouTube just yet, but join me to be a part of the journey. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified. Boom. Click upload. Don't even edit it. I know a lot of people be like, no, I gotta edit. I gotta make it look like this. A lot of these people don't ever edit their videos, and their YouTube videos or their YouTube channels is cracking. Cracking. If you want to do a book, what do you want to talk about? What are some of the topics you want to talk about? You want to start a podcast? What do you want to talk about? Who is your target? Like, who would you feel you could help the most? Me? Mine's is independent music artists or parents who have kids that are looking to get in the music industry. They asked me, why are those? And I was like, because nobody's talking to them. Nobody's showing them the ropes. Nobody's telling them. It's like, come over here and join my management team, or come over here and join this crew. And then if we get mad at you, we're going to keep all your music and we're going to kick you out, and you're going to go over there and you ain't going to have nothing. And you just spent all this time working with them. I'm not with all of that. I want to show you the things that I know and share with you. And if I don't know it, give me 24, 48 hours. I'll figure it out for you, and I'll point you in the right direction, because that's where I'm at. That's my legacy. I'm going to be done helped so many people just be great. Be great. Greatness. That's my legacy, is greatness. That's all I got. Don't be sorry. Be better. Thank you for tuning in. This has been a Nurturing Conversations podcast. Remember that it is important for you to use your words. That is the only way that anyone will ever know what you are feeling or what you are thinking. I will never let a live, vlog, video, podcast, workout, anything that I present to you go out without me telling you to love yourself. This includes your faults, fears, and failures. Know yourself. Trust yourself. Now, listen, the hairs that stand up on the back of your neck, the goosebumps you get, the feeling you get in the pit of your stomach, the loud or the small voice or your first mind, whatever you call it, trust those things, because they will not lead you wrong. You ever had an experience where it's just like, man, I should have followed my first mind? Yep. Start doing that on a regular. I'm telling you, it won't lead you wrong. It's going to show you how to discipline, how to be more disciplined, and how to go after the things that you want. If you haven't been paying attention to the news, you should. Not just local news, but world news. Make sure that you get you some toiletries, non-perishable food items, water, disinfectants, set some cash money to the side. And if you are engaging in adult activities, make sure that you wrap that up, because despite of being in a global pandemic, the STD rates are rising. That's all I got. If you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Tell a friend. Now tell a friend. Share this. Maybe you know somebody that should stop saying they sorry and do better. Share the podcast with them. That's all I got. Until next time, I love you. Peace.